First, I want to thank all of the people who message me both on my YouTube account and in-game. It was nice to hear that people were loving playing their necromancers. I hope that all of you will share so others may enjoy playing their necromancers as well. One of the conversations that I had was of what type of armor and weapons would be best for your necromancer. If you remember what I thought that your necromancer should be focusing on: precision, power, and critical damage. The Berserker's armor and weapon sets has these stats for your necromancer. Other conversations circle around the necromancer's life force, since I like to use it as a shield. How do I get my necromancer's life force back to full? Other than using my necromancer's attacks or using life transfer, there are two methods that I like to get Illumi's life force back. One of the quickest ways to gain life force is to kill harmless ambient creatures like rabbits, frogs, or rats, which can get your necromancer ready for the next fight, which just might be over the next hill. If your necromancer needs a little more life force and does not have time to go wabbit hunting, your necromancer could use spectral walk and put him or herself in harm's way. Just remember to keep an eye on your health. When fighting groups, your enemies will try to help each other if one goes down, as you should help other people from your server when they go down. For the most part, healing a down player will be faster than doing damage to them. So, if you're trying to kill a down enemy when someone else is trying to heal them, you can start by having your necromancer lay down his or her marks. Note that the down enemy will not activate your marks, but the enemy that is trying to heal the down player will activate your necromancer's marks, spreading the conditions between both of them. As your necromancer fights, there will be people who will try immobilize your necromancer. These immobilize spells are conditions that your necromancer can consume with his or her consume conditions healing spell, and then your necromancer can just simply walk away. Also, be aware of your surroundings. When you are attacking a point of interest, the enemy likes to come from behind and pick your group apart one by one. Do not let this happen, and do not let yourself get sucked into a trap. However, if the enemy gives you no choice and pulls you into the trap, make them pay for pulling you into it. I have talked a lot about how to survive in WvW, but not much about how to win at WvW. The goal is quite simple. The goal is to have your server receive the most points by Friday 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time or 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. At this point, all of the points earned from the past week will be added to the server ranking, and all servers will be grouped by threes based on their server rankings, and then everything resets. Basically, you want this to look like this for the whole week. Let us start talking about our number one rule in WvW that everyone on my server can agree on, which is always follow a commander. The logic behind that is even a bad commander with a bunch of people will do more than one knowledgeable person by him or herself. Here is one of the best commanders on my server that I know talking about his thoughts on the subject. There is a lot of myths surrounding the commanders. One of these myths is that one has to be good in order to get the title of commander, which is not true. The only two requirements that the title has is 100 gold pieces in a level 11 character. I suggest that you get to know your server commanders, find the good commanders, and follow them. You will recognize the good commanders, because they will know the right time to attack and can capture points quickly. Even though you have to follow a commander, you can still make suggestions to help out. Like, telling your commander the veteran supervisor at a resource camp will gain righteous indignation for 5 minutes starting right after when the camp gets captured by the enemy. Righteous indignation is a spell that makes the veteran supervisor immune to most attacks and spells. If your group decides to attack the camp before the 5 minutes is up, the enemy can see that the camp will be under attack from the map, and might double back to save it. Then you will have an immune supervisor and a group of enemies to deal with. As with real estate, when placing your siege equipment, location is everything. When the enemy is defending their towers, for the most part they will focus on the area that is right in front of the gate. So it might be better place the siege equipment off to one side than in the area which the enemy is focusing on. Lastly, when you are attacking Stone Mist Castle, you will have to go through an outer defense and an inter defense. Which means make sure that your group have enough supply for 2 sieges. Also, since attacking Stone Mist Castle will take longer, we'll have to look for the enemy that might be staging their attack of their own. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps will increase your enjoyment of playing your necromancer in WvW. If you think that I missed something, or got something wrong, please let me know in the comments. I will love to hear what you got to say. Special thanks goes out to ArenaNet for making such a fun game to play.